Gonna do some harvesting here in a minute, but I thought I'd give you a tour of the garden first. We have some tomatoes in there, all over in here, down over there, over here, my trained bee's pollinating for me. He does good work. We had a storm the other day, knocked this over, but you can see there's eggplants in here. Some big ones. Need to fix that. A couple more eggplant. Little one in there coming in. Tomatoes. Big old zucchini plant flowering again. Probably some cucumbers buried in there. And cherry tomatoes. Peppers. Getting rounded out, but that's that super plum tomato I'm growing. Look how big it is. It's still green. Let's just plant back in here. Little baby cucumber there, let him get bigger. Pepper. These are the Brandywine variety. That guy down there looks pretty large. More tomatoes down there. These are all pinto beans. I'm gonna let them dry up, put them away. It's just an experiment, really. I don't really need the pinto beans. I got bags of them. And then these are the purple yard-long beans. These are some young ones that didn't fill out yet. You can see they're well over about a foot long, but they're thin yet. Here's some longer ones. You can see how they hang. They're flowering again. Gonna harvest some of these. These here are dried up already. I'll save them for seed stock. Look at them. Just as many beans as you get on the little plants of beans, but they get 3 feet long. And then down here we have plenty of yellow plum tomatoes to be picked. And then back there we have some of the green yard long beans. Make my way through here. A lot of flowers coming in. There's some more tomatoes down there, over there, up here. My beets and stuff are growing there. Drop the bone. The onions growing under here somewhere. I can't find them now. They're under that tomato plant, I believe. There's a cucumber. These vines are taking over the garden. Squash. I can't get back over there. We'll have to go around the other side. Can't get back over there. We'll have to go around the other side. Little peppers coming in there on that plant. Don't think that that plant's doing bad because it's only got little peppers now. And the other one's just flowering. I planted stuff at different times. If you subscribe and watch, we're always planting. More tomatoes in there. Pepper, big pepper. It's not ready yet. I'm gonna let it go because I didn't plant green peppers. There's one green pepper plant on this whole property, and I don't think that's a green pepper plant. There's a row of potatoes in there with these weeds. Down here's the yard long beans, the green ones. Let me see how long they are over there. Curling around through the fence. There's a zucchini squash growing. Another eggplant. Didn't get no fruit yet, but we got plenty of eggplants on the other ones so far. This will come in later when the other ones are burned up. I believe this is a Gala apple tree. I ate an apple yesterday. You can see we got quite a few sitting on here. First year for fruit. Chickens are doing good. They're broilers. They're about 20 weeks old. They're still going. Getting them big and fat. They got to be well over 10 pounds, 12 pounds, and gaining closer to 15. No egg yet today. We've been getting a couple eggs. I forget how old the chickens are, but you can go back to the other videos when we had the chicks and see. More cherry tomatoes. This pepper plant's getting nice and big, growing along. It's flowering finally. This was a later one we put in over here. A cherry tree, they're come and gone. Our impatience row of flowers. Now we had the buckets on the roof up here. The sun seemed to be too much for them. So we put them down here. There's something wrong with the sun this year with the grand solar minimum. I don't care what anybody says. I've had plenty of cucumber plants grow 6 foot long and then die off. You see how the ones in the front were in the shade, they're doing better. Just like here. All the stuff in the buckets. There's purple flowers there, lavender flowers. My bees working hard pollinating. They are yard-long beans also. Mixed in here we got some cucumbers. And there's a cucumber plant there growing. This is an eggplant I put. The morning glories keep coming in here. I got to keep ripping them back. Well, we got a few cucumbers, little ones. I got about half a dozen nice ones off of here already. I made pickles with them. And then our other buckets that were on the roof of the house and on the roof of the bar here, we put up there. On the bar in the shade, they're doing a little better now. Here's the other garden we just added in not long ago. There's broccoli growing back through here. Little plants we put in. The cucumbers down there are starting to grow. They were the first ones. Left out of 300 seeds. Remember, something ate them all for defense. There's broccoli. Broccoli. Another broccoli plant right there. They'll be later in the fall. It's purple cabbage. That row runs down through here to the other end. We put pepper plants down in here. See there, here, here. The potatoes and a little bit of weeds are starting to take over. There's cucumbers planted down in here too. See, their vines are getting coming up. That was the last planting. Some more, this is a cauliflower. There's a row in the front here by the fence that runs the full length. And then broccoli here. There's the end of the row of the red cabbage that runs that way. Some more potatoes, peppers. The sunchokes are finally growing. They've been eaten down to nothing 3 times, but now they're growing. It's a sunflower on top with a tuber underground. It tastes like sunflower seed kernels, they tell me. We'll do a video on that when it's come times to harvest. This is the potatoes in the busted up tote we planted. They're doing good. They've all since flowered and still cranking along. These are the recent plants we just added. Saw that video where we planted these into the plastic. It's actually roof tieback. These are all some more seeds we just started. A lot of it's not growing. I have no idea. Good soil fertilizer. There's my sage. Bugs are after the broccoli. Took 2 heads of cabbage out of here already this year. I made sauerkraut. Next time I do it, I'll make a video on how to make sauerkraut without fermenting it in a crock. Here's a pepper. Starting to get color in it, see? A little red hue here. I don't know if you can see that. It'll be getting ripe soon. We took a head of broccoli off of this one. Some more tomatoes back here. Some corn coming in. Not doing too much though. Corn you gotta plant more in a group like a field because it's wind pollinated. A few plants here and there doesn't pollinate very well. I think the only reason I got corn at all is I tried to hand pollinate it by touching the top tassel and spread it on the silk on the ears. The plants definitely do better out front. The tomato plants do. They get a little more sun. I think cucumbers will do better back here next year. Keeps this ground under them shaded. I think they do better. Some tomatoes down there. More red cabbage growing. Broccoli or cauliflower. There's where I took one head of cabbage off. These pepper plants are monsters. I took a lot of banana peppers off that one. This one I don't know what this is. I'd have to dig for the tag in the ground there, but it's a pepper plant. That's where I got another head of cabbage from, I believe. No, that's still growing something down there. It don't look so hot though. A lot of cherry tomatoes in here. Mint. The little seedlings we put in late, remember? The ones I grew from seed in the camper. Some late corn growing down there. This tomato plant is finally getting tomatoes. It's going all the way up to the top of this board, over 8 feet high, and then curled down the other side. And was going and going and going until I ripped this branch off of it and shortened it up. And then it started to flower and it's getting tomatoes now, green ones. Tomatoes in there. This is that Japanese type eggplant. Berries are coming in. Blackberries. Pretty good, but I particularly don't like the seeds. Another eggplant. It's flowering, got a little baby one on there. Peppers. More peppers. Cauliflower. Peppers, eggplant, cabbage. More tomatoes coming in. Orange pepper ready to pick. See, I don't plant green peppers. I wait until they're ripe because they're all colored. There's a tomato coming in there, a big green. That's one of them super sized plum tomatoes I bought from Burpee. Tomato down there. These are black cherry tomatoes coming in. Get real dark. This eggplant here. There's an eggplant there. Something got my pepper. Squashed it, went rotten before it got ripe. There's an eggplant over there. So I'm going to pause this here and cut back in later after I get done picking. I need 2 hands for that. I'll show you the bounty. So we just harvested today. We got some purple or red yard-long beans, yellow sweet pepper, green one cucumber, zucchini, ruby red tomatoes, yellow plum tomatoes. Look at the size of these things. Look at the size of that, my monster's hand. It's got to be 6-7 inches across from the long end down. Got a pile of them. Saw one day's harvest this morning. We left some smaller eggplants and tomatoes and stuff out there, and got some beets, a few little carrots. These are the green yard long beans. Just to put that in reference there. Get the size of that in my hand. Look, here's a full-size eggplant, bigger than anything you've seen in a supermarket. Look at this green bean hanging down there, 6 inches past it. The red ones are longer yet. Look at them. That's how it's done, folks. Keep watching. Get the tricks and tips. Homesteading on a small lot. Growing food for my family.